Hello and welcome, you join me, ADG, and here we are for race 9 of the Mature Racing Club Group 3 Championship, and this week's 20-minute race, race 1 of 2, is at Interlagos. So, without much further ado, we'll go through the qualifying order. There's a 15-minute qualifying session that determines these grid positions, and for some reason this week we've not got half a tank of fuel, so we've actually got the luxury of running a full tank of fuel from the start. So, they're about the only little changes. So GT Delhi B doing a really good job again this week around, and I think that's 3 weeks in a row now. He's had pole position after qualifying, so really good job. Second is ADG 123. Diablo is in third. Munguinho in fourth. Slow Seamus is in fifth. Jules is in sixth. Rocker is in seventh. Mole is in eighth. Wimpy is in ninth. Canet is in 10th, and Lega is in 11th, bringing it up the rear. So just a quick little mention before we get going. Canet and Rocker are both new guys this week, so keep an eye on them, but they seem pretty good to me. I had a bit of racing with them, and all seem pretty good. Anyway, right, let's get the race underway. So wait for the lights, the revs will build in a second. And then we'll get underway. So we're off. Delhi B, as predicted, as always, getting a really good start in the AMG, but you see Jules coming down the inside, getting a really good start as well. Munguinho getting a bit of contact going between him and whoever it was, Rocker, I think it was, diving down the outside. So Delhi B just free to drive away straight away. There's all sorts of action going on as Mole is in fourth, side by side with Diablo as they come through the first couple of corners. Rocker following them very closely behind. It's all kicking off on lap 1. So fair play to Munguinho. He went into the back of me and spun me, so he actually waited, and we both dropped back obviously at the beginning of the race, but he waited to let me get going again. So we've got Slow Seamus drop back a little bit. In fact, he has a little moment in a second in front of me. Slow Seamus looking to get past Canet, one of the new guys. All bunches up and we go really slowly into there, trying to avoid any contact, but it brings Munguinho right onto my back bumper because of that. See Diablo off to the left hand side. Fast guy Diablo, and he was in third position. Then Seamus just gets a slide going all on his own. It's almost as though he pulled the handbrake in front of me, and I had nowhere to go, so I went into the side of him, and then Munguinho had nowhere to go as well. As I hit him, Munguinho hit the back of me and Munguinho went off. Munguinho actually lost out a little bit more than me there. But I didn't, just to explain myself, I didn't stop because it wasn't my mistake. I didn't cause any contact. It was Slow Seamus that actually spun in front of me. So I did cause contact after he'd had a spin, but I didn't cause the spin. I didn't cause Slow Seamus to lose it. So that's the reason why I felt like I could carry on without having to stop and wait for him. So we see up front, Moley's gone incredibly deep into the beginning of lap 2, into T1. He's gone really deep, so he's dropped from 4th position into 6th just by going really wide, and I've already seen that incident, and he was really lucky not to hit the wall on right on the outside of the track, so that's how far off he went. But he managed to get it back on track, which is the main thing, and keeps it going in 6th. Has a bit of a moment. I just managed to drive through, so I take that 6th off him and demote him to 7th for the time being. We've got Munguinho coming through behind as well, and Diablo, so Diablo's looking to get back into this race now, in 9th position at the moment. Slow Seamus in 11th, so Slow Seamus actually started in 5th, I think, so really bad start there for Seamus. He went round the outside and Munguinho collected him basically into the first corner. So it all bunched up. I'm not blaming Munguinho, but it was all very close, and there was about 4 cars trying to get through one corner, so someone was going to lose out, and unfortunately it was pretty much Slow Seamus who lost out the worst out of everyone. So Diablo is going to do his best to try and get back into this race now from 9th. Munguinho doing his best already to chase Moley down in front to get a chance to get 7th position. I've managed to get past Wimpy in front now, so I'm up into 5th. Wimpy's in 6th, and it looks like Munguinho's just dived down the inside on Mole and gets it done nice and neatly. Good driving, puts himself up into 7th. So good racing so far. Bit of contact through bunching up at the beginning, but other than that it's been pretty good. So you see me side by side now with Canny, one of the new guys, just getting it done on the brakes, and Munguinho trying the same on Wimpy behind as well. Where are they? There we go. Oh, a bit of contact by the look of it though. So Munguinho and Wimpy looks like they came into each other, and Moley's just driven back through up into 6th. So Munguinho had 6th for a second to go. It's back down into 8th for a moment though. So bringing Diablo back into this race as well. As you can see, Diablo is right on the back of Munguinho now. So bunching up in the mid pack. Good racing again going on. So we'll jump towards the front, see what's going on. I've got past Canny now, so I'm now up into 4th. Rocker's in 3rd. So I'm just looking to chase down Rocker. Jules has pulled away nicely on Rocker and got a nice gap in 2nd. And then we've got Deli B in 1st with a really nice gap already on the beginning of lap 4. Deli B going into T1 nice and neatly. If you look at his lap times, the second 2 laps, obviously the first one's a standing start, the second 2 laps nice and consistent, 0.2 of a difference between them. So Jules coming through in 2nd. Looks to be getting closer for 3rd position here, so the fight is on. I'm doing my best to try and chase Rocker down. Seemed like really quite competent racing did Rocker though. He seemed quite quick, it was good. Good racing with him. As a new guy, it was good to see that it was fast. He's probably done plenty of league racing before, but new to our league. Moley just having a moment, going a little bit wide through there, just getting it back on track nice and neatly, and picking up a penalty because of it though. So chasing Munguinho, but having to lose that bit of a time through the penalty somewhere along the way at some point. Diablo going for the inside line on Moley, gets it done. Just cuts off any chance of Moley coming back on him on the exit. It's hard to get your words out sometimes. So Diablo with a good move to get himself up into 7th there, and he's free just to chase Munguinho in front now. Slow Seamus has got past Legger as well now, so Slow Seamus is in 10th, Legger in 11th, Wimpy in 9th, Moley in 8th, Diablo in 7th now, Munguinho working his way back through the field in 6th, Canny in 5th, ADG in 4th, Rocker in 3rd, Jules in 2nd now, GT Deli is still in 1st with a nice healthy lead. So we'll keep an eye on myself for the time being, because me and Rocker have quite a good race here. If you keep an eye on the tyre wear at the bottom as well between the different guys, gives you some idea of what kind of a battle they're facing on the tyres. Looking for a move, but just not got the run, so just chose to pull back in behind. Just follow Rocker through the corner as closely as possible. So just looking for a better exit than Rocker here. Oh, I get a moment of overseas. I just catch the curb on the way out. I'm getting back on the power. But then Rocker has a little moment going deep into there, so catch straight back up on him. So tiny little mistakes, but keeping us nice and close, bumper to bumper. If you look ahead as well, we're actually catching Jules by the look of it. Just try and get the run onto the straight here. This is one of the most important corners on the Interlagos. Trying to get the run down the straight, obviously trying to stay in the slipstream in front and get the tow down the straight as much as possible to get a chance into T1. Don't look like I'm going to get the opportunity, but you never know. If you stay in that slipstream, oh, I'm getting closer and closer towards the end of the straight, not quite having the chance to dive down the inside. Looking behind, there's no one behind. But good couple of laps here from me and Rocker. Rocker just holding the position nicely with quite a bit of pressure on him from behind from me. So it's good racing from a new guy just jumping in the league. Got Munguinho chasing us behind, but there's a bit of a gap now, but you can certainly see us there. Just a bit of work to do to get onto the back of us, but don't forget there's a pit stop in this race. The tyres are wearing out, so there's definitely at least one pit stop for everyone. I'm not sure if people did too, but I wouldn't have thought so in a 20-minute race. But yeah, there's definitely a pit stop to come for everyone, so that can obviously change the positions up a little bit. I do apologise for watching myself so much, but it's a good little battle going on between me and Rocker here, and we're slowly catching for second place as well, so we're getting closer and closer to Jules. I think this is a lap that Rocker and Jules actually choose to dive in the pits this lap. So I carry on for another lap. GT Deli has gone for another lap as well. Munguinho's in the pits from 5th as well. So everyone pretty much starts diving in the pits now. We've got Munguinho out already. So Munguinho's made a bit of an advantage from his pit stop there. And he's got himself ahead of a couple of the guys that pitted at the same time, Rocker and who else? I'm not sure. Someone else who was in front of him as well. Oh no, sorry, he's behind Jules, which was quite a distance in front of him, so he's right behind Jules. So really good strategy there from Munguinho to get himself back into this race just through the pit stop. And now he's got Rocker behind him, which was actually in front of him before Munguinho pitted. So really good job there from Munguinho with the strategy to get himself higher up in the order. So Canny seems to be doing a good job for a new guy as well this week, up in 6th position. Diablo, our fellow Australian, in 7th. 8th is Wimpy Leggers, up into 9th now. Moley's dropped back into 10th after the pits. He's gone on the medium tyre as well. Always strikes me as a bit odd, but each to their own. Slow Seamus in 11th. So we've gone through the order there. We see GT Deli now diving in the pits from 1st position, which means I'll shortly be following him from 2nd, as I'm still yet to pit. Bit of an interesting end to this race. Quite a few people seem to be very close to running out of fuel, so it makes for an interesting finish. We've got GT Deli coming out now, retaining his 1st place, so he came into the pits from 1st and he's got no one to overtake, so he comes back out in 1st as well. So the best possible result there from Deli's pit stop. We've got Munguinho, Rocker, we're all, where have I come out? I've just come out of the pits side by side with Jules and Munguinho battling for this corner as well, so just couldn't hold the line side by side with Munguinho into there without risking contact, so chose to pull him behind. But I'm really close, bumper to bumper stuff. Again, I apologise if I'm watching a lot of my own race here, but it just happens to be racing around the other people and it's very close stuff. Munguinho going for the dive on Jules almost, as Jules has a little bit of a moment coming out of there. Goes around the outside and I just follow him through. So Jules, absolutely gutting there for Jules, loses 2 positions just by having a tiny little moment on the entry to that tight left-hander, and he got a bad run out and it just allowed me and Munguinho to drive past. So really small little mistake there from Jules, but crucial when you're that close together to try and keep it as clean as possible, and that's a good example of a tiny mistake making a huge difference. But at the end of the day, didn't really go track or anything, he just got the line wrong a little bit and struggled to get back on the correct line, so had to hesitate on the throttle and everything else, and drop back a little bit just because of that. So Rocker really close behind Jules now, so it's like a 4-way battle for 2nd place at the moment, so it's good stuff. Even though we're over halfway through this race, it's still a good healthy battle going on. GT Deli B is having a really good race out there on his own, but he's missing out on all this action going on. So I picked up a little bit of a penalty there, so I chose to run off the penalty, which gave Jules a chance to get past me, but then he outbroke himself, so Jules drops back. Now he's actually behind Rocker as well, so Jules losing another position with a bit of a mistake there. If you look at Jules, his tyres aren't too bad either, so I think he's just struggling for a few laps. It happens, you end up losing the rhythm a little bit, and you struggle to get it back into the rhythm and find it again. So we've got me up into third now, Munguinho in second, GT Deliby in first, and we'll quickly go through the other Rocker in fourth. Really good race for this Rocker, enjoyed it. Jules in fifth. Sixth is Canet. We've still got Diablo trying to make his way through in the Supra in seventh. Wimpy in eighth. Coming through in the Porsche. I like that Porsche. It's a good car to drive. Slow Seamus in ninth. So he's done a decent job of getting back into the races, Seamus. Still got Wimpy to chase down in the remainder of the race, and then we've got Moley in 11th now, and Legger in Moley in 10th, and Legger in 11th, as the race still continues towards the back. Anyway, we've as you well know, if you've watched any of these replays before, I tried to cover everyone a little bit, but I try and more or less stick with the action. Whoever's creating the action, we'll watch them basically. So we've got Jules and Canny side by side. Jules taking a nice line and just pulling quite a way ahead of Canny to say they were side by side then. So Jules doing a good job through that. Jules has actually got slightly worse tyre wear than Canny, so it'll be interesting if he can get past Canny using that slight advantage he's got on the tyres. They're not far off the back of Rocker really, and Rocker's closing in to chase us down. Oh, catch me as we go side by side on the exit of the last corner, trying to get the chase done on Munguinho to get past, and I find myself getting the run nice out of that last corner and just getting the opportunity to drive past Munguinho. So up into second for myself, and Munguinho into third now. Good race between us two. We had some good close racing for quite a few laps in a row, and without any contact whatsoever apart from the little bit at the beginning. So as we can see, Rocker doing his best to try and catch up Munguinho for third place. Be good if he just jumped in this league for his first race and he got third. Still, fourth position's a pretty good result, if not. Keeping an eye on this battle, we've still got Canet, Jules, and now Diablo, all incredibly close. Diablo going for the outside line, looking for the inside for the next one. So, like I said, Jules was in front last time I jumped to them, and Canny has the better tyre wear. So Canny had the chance to get past. We missed the move, but he actually got past. This is all just backing Jules into Diablo here. Oh, Jules going a little bit wide. You can get away with going a little bit wide on that last corner, but you can lose a little bit of traction from doing it as well. Looks like he got a good run actually, saying that. So Jules picking the outside line. Diablo's just got the slipstream. Oh, hang on. Where's Canny gone? Oh, Canny's dived in the pit, so it's Diablo and Jules now, and Diablo's managed to get past. It was all very close between those guys for a couple of laps there though. So good racing again from Canny, one of the new guys. Wimpy up into 7th now, battling away with Seamus. Side by side into T1 onto lap 12. Oh, doing a good job of keeping it side by side. Seamus just had a bit of oversteer there to catch. Incorrect. Good car control to catch that though. So Wimpy getting a little bit of a gap after Seamus's tiny little moment there. Whoa, Wimpy going a little bit deep on the brakes by the look of it into there, but Seamus getting it even worse and running wide. So Lega in 10th now and Morley in 11th. So these guys keep changing positions as well. Morley in the McLaren and Lega in the Toyota FT1. So yeah, we'll jump back up, see what else is going on. Jules is quite close to the back of Diablo, but that only means that Diablo's got past him. So Jules up into Diablo up into 5th now, and Jules in 6th. So if we look, we've got a battle going on between Munguinho and Rocker as well now, side by side into T1. Come on, cameraman, get with the action. So Munguinho managing to maintain that 3rd place, but Rocker not making it easy for him for a moment there. Coming to, well, I think this is the last lap actually, so it's not come up last lap yet, but I think it runs into the last lap, does this? So this is a battle on the last lap for 2nd position really. If I make a tiny mistake, it's anyone's behind me. GT Delhi's pretty much secured 1st place and is coming around to finish the lap, finish the race. We'll keep an eye on this battle behind. Gaps have developed a little bit now, so long as everyone keeps it clean, should really finish in the positions that they're in. So we'll jump up to Delhi in a second. He's come out of the last corner, so we'll jump up to Delhi. As he comes over the line, really good job again from Delhi. Went from pole position to just leading the race the whole way for 20 minutes and then finally finishing in 1st. So really good job again from Delhi, and another good race from Delhi week in, week out. So you see me going slowly on the inside there as I've run out of fuel. The fuel was so marginal at the end of the race, I actually ran out. Schoolboy error. Munguinho coming home in 2nd in the end. Rocker in 3rd, so he did get a podium in the end in his 1st race with us. Diablo in 4th. Jules comes home in 5th, and I just about managed to cruise home. If you have a look at the bottom, I've got absolutely no fuel. Cruise home in 6th, so just about managed to get away with finishing just, but losing what was that, 4 positions before the finish line there. So Canny coming home in 7th, Wimpy in 8th, and we've got side by side with Wimpy, Seamus. So Seamus actually takes 8th, Wimpy takes 9th. So Seamus just beats him to the line there. Good move from Seamus coming out of last corner. MRC Lega brings it home in 10th, and Morley coming up the rear now is in 11th to finish us out. So thank you very much for joining me. I've been ADG. I will see you again for race 10 hopefully, and if you've liked that, give us a like, and if you aren't subscribed, subscribe. Take care, see you again soon, and yeah, join me for race 10. Adios.